And there we are. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another show. It got Seeking the Truth with Dave, and we're going to be hashing out this Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey fiasco. Got Mexi coming on in a bit, and yeah, we're going to have some fun.
It's going to be good. I started actually. I did a little show on this on my channel just last week with Larry on with me, and I just ran through pretty much everything that occurred and transpired over a period of time with the timeline. Mm-hmm. So it just became quite interesting being able to talk through it, and it brought back memories of 2015 again when I first saw the series in December of 2015. Yeah. I watched it pretty much the day it was released. I'd never even heard of it until that point in time, and then here we are, and 16 years after he was found, since he was Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey were both arrested, they're still in prison for a crime they didn't commit.
Yep. How's it going, Mexi?
Good. How you guys doing?
Fantabulous.
G'day, buddy. Good to see you again.
You too. You too. Oh.
Well, all right. Since both Mexi and Dave have prior engagements, I'm going to kind of let them do their thing first, and then I'll give my spiel after. So,
Mexi first.
We're going to put Mexi. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're first.
You're first.
So, what's your basic hit on Avery and Dassey? Do you think they're both guilty, both innocent? One is guilty, one's not?
Okay. Well, this is truly what I believe. I really do honestly believe, and I know people will probably argue with me, I really do believe they're both innocent. And I know it's hard to... What are you doing there? Seeking the truth, jumping out.
I hit the back button. Don't do that again.
So I was just saying, seeking the truth. I believe, honestly, that both of them are innocent. I know people will argue with me, but based on all the facts that I've come and gathered over, several years of either watching it or reading about it and all those things, I really truly do believe that both Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey are both innocent. I do really believe that they both are innocent. Why do I believe in that? There's too much evidence, in my opinion, pointing against the police department that was where he was. There's so much evidence pointing towards that they were tampering with things, that they like basically had it out for him, in my opinion. They really, really, truly did. And I think what kind of lit that fire under their ass is when he was wrongly convicted and then let loose, and then he turned around and was going to sue them for actually a decent amount of money for where they're at.
2 times 18 million it was, so it was 36 million he was trying to sue them for.
And you got to remember, this is a small community, the place that they were at too, so that would actually be a substantial number for them. So my opinion is that they wanted to get rid of him. They just basically were like, you know what, screw this. What's the easiest way to do this? And I think, in my opinion, what happened was they kind of, that girl that was prior to the photographer, they had basically found her, and I think they used that as an out. They're like, you know what, rather than actually going and finding the murder, which they should have done, I think that they kind of just, let's scoot it in this direction. Let's kind of go over there. And there's so many different things that point towards it. I mean, even with the investigation, they had 2 teams of investigators going in there and basically looking over the place. And then all of a sudden, the ones that are not supposed to, which is his county, they weren't supposed to be going in there. And they ended up coming in, a week or 2 weeks later. And then they ended up finding the keys magically too, that just so happened to be right there. And then not only that too, you start thinking about all the other evidence too. There's a freaking hole poked inside of his DNA, and then they
Test tube,
the test tube, and they magically come up with this BS thing that was never done before for the analysis of the DNA to see if it matched with that tube or that vial. Never been done before, and they did it in a very rushed manner to try to prove their innocence, that that wasn't tampered with and that that wasn't the exact DNA that happened to be coming out of that vial. And they even said it. There's like other blood analysis that were like that there's no way that could have been proven. So, I mean, you have like so many just different things that point at it. Even the bones, when we talk about the bone fragments and that just happened to be partially in his fire pit that he had there too. I mean, there's so many different places. This case is just, to me, it just seems so corrupt. And to me, I honestly feel that this right here is why I think that there needs to be bigger jurisdictions over little tiny ass towns like that, because I guarantee you that there's others. There's not only this location, I guarantee you that there's other little counties that still operate under the radar and kind of do what they want type of thing, much like this. And I think that there needs to be some kind of bigger, more authority, like watching over these locations and not giving them as much power. It's sickening to me that it went all the way to the Supreme Court to get shut down.
For Brendan. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So that's in a nutshell. I believe, honestly, they're innocent. Do they look suspicious? Absolutely. They're very unique. I'll say unique individuals. And what they remind me of is kind of like, I don't want to say it because it sounds so mean, but kind of like inbred people where you just, they don't have a lot of education. They're very awkward. You know what I mean? Like they're just very dysfunctional and weird people, but that doesn't make them guilty. That just means that they're not educated enough to try to handle this kind of thing that was thrown at them, which the police already knew. And it's a tragedy that people like that, especially Brendan, he was not in a position at all. And I truly believe like it was sickening how they sat there and fed him this crap and basically coerced him into doing some kind of, like half-assed, like, oh, okay, well, I guess I did it type of thing. Like it's terrible at the age that he was and the IQ capacity that he had, that they did that to him.
And his attorney, Brendan's attorney, actually turned on him throughout the investigation. And that's what, that was just
that was
absolutely diabolical.
If that was somewhere else, that would have been thrown out as a mistrial. They would have been they would have been like, nope, you go over there. You can't just do that. You can't just, there's rules and regulations even against that. Somebody turning on you that's supposed to be in your side. You can't do that.
You can't do it. And he did it. He did it to frame Brendan. Like he put Brendan in a position. It was all on the Netflix documentary. It actually it cast Brendan in a position of, I'm rat shit here, because he's painted this picture of me that makes me guilty, and there was absolutely nothing that anyone could have done. And that $36 million lawsuit had so much power over that community that there would have been a lot of people losing their jobs, right up to the judge. So everybody needed to protect their jobs, and like when you get a situation where the coroner was not allowed out to investigate the bones to determine if they were human. Like, hello, we've got these burnt bones. Well, the coroner needs to actually go and say they are human bones at the actual site, and she was barred from actually going there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So, I mean, my take on it is very much on par with yours, but there's something very peculiar actually happened, and Larry made a point of mentioning it last week, that the two, what was it, the Stephen Avery's trial was first, and then Brendan Dassey's was second.
Joy.
What are you laughing at?
Joy's
Wait a
comment.
minute.
Wait a minute. Don't think everyone from Wisconsin is like this.
Like Avery.
No, I definitely don't. That's what I'm saying.
We're talking about Manitowoc County, and we're talking about everybody seemed to be related to everybody around the Watts. Oh, no, Watts. Bloody.
The first one to do it.
You've been doing too much Watts case.
I need to have one of those
You
Family Feud buzzer things.
Right, okay. Around the Avery property, they all had their own little trailers, and they're all related to each other, and they're all aunties and uncles, and and cousins, and you're right when you said it's like an inbred community because everyone was related to everybody.
Everybody's related.
But those Stephen Avery's trial, he was actually found not guilty of mutilation of a body, but Brendan Dassey was found guilty.
Yeah, isn't that
how is that even possible? Considering his trial was second, because Brendan, was a 16-year-old kid with an IQ very low, of like a 5 or a 6-year-old, and there was no adult present in the room with him. They led him, and then they ended up telling him, "Oh, Brendan, just tell us what happened, and then you can go home." That's what they actually said to him. Tell us what happened, and then you can go home. Yeah. Then they actually led him.
Oh
Is this how it occurred? Is this what happened?
So you did this, and this is how it happened. Yeah,
and this is how it happened. They told him the story, and he, so apparently there was actually a rape, a sexual assault, and stabbing. She was stabbed like so many times in Stephen Avery's trailer, but there was one drop of blood in the sink in the bathroom from his finger.
Yeah, I know.
But there was not a skerrick of blood in the entire trailer anywhere.
If you remember, they couldn't find anything to tie it to him. They were searching high and low, and they couldn't find anything really to tie it to him. Not in the garage, not in the trailer. Everywhere that they were searching, they were failing. They were like, you know what, we can't. And then just magically, like the key piece of evidence,
right there over my head.
Yeah,
that's Lieutenant Lenk, the one with the bald head, and he pretty much is the one that I believe gave the order for that key to miraculously appear, because that key had only Stephen Avery's DNA on it.
Yeah, only
sweat DNA. Only his. So none of Teresa Harbuck's, none of the boyfriends, none of anyone else who's ever held that key. Just Stephen Avery's sweat DNA was on that. But the next thing is there was actually blood where you actually turn the key, turn on the car.
Yeah,
there was blood on the steering column, but there was no blood on the key. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because they planted it there.
It's so obvious they planted it.
It is, and it's all to, and then there's a situation with the other criminal over there behind me, the one in the police uniform. That's Officer Colborne and Sergeant Colborne, whatever his bloody name is. He's the one that actually came across Teresa Halbach's car on the side of the road. Not even in the
I just gotta say sorry, Dave. Caroline, are you trying to say something about me and Dave? Old white guys are scary. Booga booga.
I know, not like Mexi. Look at him with his tats and his beautiful teeth and
hat on, young and beautiful.
I know, he's the pretty boy.
Yeah, one of these things are not like the other.
I know. So just continuing on, we've got, so he's he's got up on the he's actually called in the license plate of her car, of Teresa Halbach's RAV4, and the question was, is it a? Somebody asked him, is it a RAV4? And his comment was, I'm looking at it. How would? He said it was a RAV4. That's right. He actually said it. The only way he would have known it was a RAV4 when he was calling in the plate is because he was actually physically looking at the vehicle.
Yeah, he said it prior to even. Yeah, he said it prior to even being. And that's like, how many things do you need to stack up to prove that? Holy freaking crap! That this place, what is it? Manitowoc? Is that how they say it?
Manitowoc County. That's correct.
Manitowoc County. How many things do you need in order to prove the corruption and just absolute freaking? It's insanity. Like, and what makes me, I think, even more frustrated and mad about this case is because you honestly have two people, like, regardless of they're awkward, weird people. Okay, we get it. They are awkward. They are weird.
Yeah.
However, I swear to you, to me, they seem innocent. Like, there's so much stacked up that favors them, and I feel like the justice system just absolutely freaking failed them. Just absolutely failed them. And look at them now. How long have they been in there now? Brendan Dassey, poor kid. He's
16 years. He's 32 now, and he's like, he's put on a heck of a lot of weight since that image that's behind me. Yeah. And Stephen Avery hasn't got a skerrick of hair on the top of his head anymore.
You know what I thought? You know what I was thinking too about Stephen Avery? He, what was it, 18 years for the first conviction that he wrongfully spent in there, and then he goes back in and they do the same crap again to him.
He's like 34 years he's been in prison for something.
It pisses me off. Like, these type of scenarios though absolutely piss me off because. Even, it got out there when Netflix, there was such an uproar and people were so pissed at Manitowoc and like all these things. And now look where it's at. Now it's like, oh, we're on to the next true crime thing. And I know it's the nature of what happens. It's on to the next one, Right now it's the Watts. Eventually it's going to be something else when somebody else that, comes over there and takes over something that happens. But it's unfortunate that after all the uproar, after all of everything, and look what happened. They're still there. They're still serving. They did get Kathleen Zellner, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, yes. The attorney. She sat back after the Netflix documentary and she actually waited to hear from them.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't volunteer her services. She waited to see if Stephen Avery would actually go to her, and he did. He wrote her a letter himself, and she has got the most unbelievable record, pretty much through the Innocence Project. It's called, getting people off who have been wrongfully convicted.
And look at what a nightmare she's still facing. It's been years since we saw the second part of The Making a Murderer.
Correct. And she had just submitted 600 pages for the filing of the to see if they can get the evidentiary hearing, which is what they're still trying to get. And because of COVID, it's been put off and the result, of
course.
It's been submitted, and then Manitowoc County turned around and took, they had about 6 weeks to actually reply. They requested extension upon extension upon extension. It ended up being 6 months by the time they replied to it. And now it's before the court. And I don't know what they're doing. They're obviously sitting there twiddling their thumbs and doing nothing because they haven't made that decision for him to be given an evidentiary hearing. And if she's given 5 unbelievable cases for it, and one of them's cause of like they're saying she was belted over the head. Like they've got all these different causes of death for her. So it's it's and there was no human bones ever, and they were actually animal bones, and that's where we get on to the last person to physically see Teresa Halbach alive is Bobby Dassey.
And that's actually where I was about to
Yeah.
go with this too. So I was about to throw the monkey wrench. So I'm glad you did. Glad you just did that.
He is
Seeking
the
Chief.
last person to see her alive.
What do you guys
And
think
she was
about
heading
that?
to the zippers.
What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Bobby Dassey?
He okay.
He's as
He
guilty
was
as
there.
he's a predator. He's filthy, disgusting human being who looks
Yeah.
up horrid hate porn, like as in rape porn,
Yep.
on Brendan's computer when Brendan's at school. That's what he was actually doing, and they actually have the contents of that hard drive, right, of his searches. They are not Brendan's searches. They actually have those contents, and they've never been released. He is.
Mm-hmm.
And did you see, to me, didn't it seem suspicious that he was over there talking with, God, who was it that he was sitting there talking with? Bobby Dassey was over there talking with was it the DA? I can't remember who it was.
Oh, Bobby was talking to Ken Kratz.
Okay, that's who it was. So he was over there talking.
That's him.
Yeah.
Wherever it is, over there,
up there.
in the corner.
Yeah,
liar,
okay.
all by himself. He's
I
the
can barely see
prosecutor.
because it's on the little tiny screen on my phone. But
Oh, sorry.
yes,
Yeah, okay.
Isn't that a trip though? Like, you think about that. What a coincidence. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yep. And isn't that what a coincidence that he just so happens to be talking. Don't you think that they probably have something pointing in that direction, but they're like, hey, look, it's either you or them. You make up your mind, like that kind of thing.
And I think the mother, who is the mother of both the kids, with different fathers, the mother is Barb, I believe is her name. She basically threw one kid under the bus to save the other kid.
Yeah.
That's what she's done.
Isn't it? Oh god, it's
and that's Stephen Avery's sister. It's an absolute.
And this created a lot of drama in the family too. A lot of
drama.
Yeah.
A lot, and there have been a lot of people that, have come out and said Stephen Avery is this sort of person, he's that sort of person, he did this with his cousin, he did that with his cousin. Like we said, he's not the nicest human being in the world. We can all agree on that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But the two things he was convicted of, he didn't do.
That's what I believe.
Is what makes this. If they had money, like the Petersons have money, it'd be a whole different story. If they lived on the other side of the tracks, it'd be a whole different story. They would never have been framed.
I'll give you a good example of talking about money and what money can do, because. And I don't know, I'm probably going to ruffle some feathers here too, but John Benet Ramsey. Benet Ramsey.
Perfect example.
The parents.
Perfect example.
Look what money did for them. As soon as that happened and they just take off out of state, just like no big deal. Like that is so insane. And it's basically like, come give your testimony when you're feeling better, or when things calm down. And they had every opportunity to do as such, and it's like they pushed it off. But isn't it crazy how the money can play a factor in that, and just be like, it's a predominant family. He had just been elected for the entrepreneur of the year or whatever that was, this thing that he did, and then it's like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, why don't you come back and give your testimony so that you guys can get your story to corroborate with each other? And It's like, if that was anybody else that was a regular person that wasn't a predominant family, that didn't have good ties and connections and money, they would have been the first people to be hounded about that.
Absolutely, all of the family members,
especially when the cops come in, search. Oh god, that was a crap show in itself too. And then the father finds her just miraculously down the basement, and then tampers all the evidence, and takes off the tape off her mouth, brings her upstairs, throws a blanket with a bunch of contaminants over the top of her, like all kinds of like. If can you imagine somebody else doing that in a high profile case like that doesn't have money? What would have happened?
Here's
in that
the
situation?
example. We're right where we are right now.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
that's
would
who we're
happen.
discussing. And Prairie Boy, where's your take on all of this?
I'm right there with you guys. I mean, I know a lot of people, well, not a lot, but some people think Avery could have done it. But,
Well,
like,
12
there's
people did,
zero
apparently.
motive. Well, yeah. Or 11 people were paid and one person thought he did.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like there's no way. Definitely Brendan was not involved. But the way that they, like how the prosecutor ran this down is Teresa was taken into Avery's trailer, tied up, raped, stabbed, then dragged outside in front of the garage. Or no, dragged outside. What the hell? They dragged her outside, put her in her SUV, drove her to the garage, which was only a few feet away, pulled her out of the SUV, shot her, then took her somewhere again and dismembered her. Like, it made no sense. And there is zero evidence supporting that theory at all.
Yeah, and you take all those different factors too. Like they're putting this picture together for you, all these different pictures, and it's like none of that adds up. They didn't have any evidence to support it. You have the county that's not supposed to be involved coming in. Basically, I don't care what anybody says. Yes, they planted the evidence. Absolutely. You can't tell me two teams go in there and then a week and a half or 2 weeks later, I think it was 2 weeks later, they go in there when they're not supposed to even be there. They're not even supposed to be there because of the connections and ties that they had from the crap show of the first time, convicting him. And then there was this lawsuit going on. So they're not even supposed to be involved in it. And magically they get their foot in the door and then all of a sudden keys show up.
Yeah, same with the damn bullet too.
The bullet. And but the thing was, they actually got him in. They actually didn't even charge him with murder. They actually originally they charged him with possessing a firearm as an ex-convict. That's because of the bullet, and there was a firearm there. And we're talking a crime that had occurred 20 years earlier. Whatever he did when he was a young bloke, that's the crime. So he's not allowed to possess a firearm or have access to one. Like, really? Like, really? That's what you're getting.
That's what you're going for? Yeah, that's what you're going
That's what you're going with? That's what they went with to actually get him. So he couldn't go and, hide things or do whatever he had to do. But he wasn't hiding anything because of the RAV4, the location of the RAV4, where it ended up being located and who it was actually found by, which was a member of Teresa Halbach's family.
And how fast it was found.
And there were 20,000 vehicles on that property. And the vehicle had not been seen in helicopter searches at all for days. Like, they had been searching and scouring. So that where they actually positioned that vehicle was under a tree, under a couple of branches. So the excuse would be, the helicopter wouldn't have been able to see it. But she has walked up there within 15 minutes or 20 minutes of her walking onto this property. Oh, there's Teresa's car. That'd be it. There it is right there.
Yep, she damn near walked straight to it. Just about.
Convenient.
Yeah, and she said it was Jesus who led her there or something ridiculous like that. It's unbelievable. Like, you couldn't write a crime story this bad. You couldn't even write it. You couldn't even make this shit up because it's not even believable.
Cheryl and Cadle couldn't even write this.
Cool. And that's saying something, boy.
Sorry about that.
No, so she ain't watching. It's all
I don't think
good.
she's coming on my channel.
I'm all, hey, she's
She ain't here, so.
she's coming on my channel. Hey, hold on.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. That's okay. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Mhm.
That's too bad.
Oh no. Chat's like, oh Dave. Oh, no comment. No comment. No comment.
You're gonna have a parody about you pretty soon, Dave.
Probably. Oh, well, there's already some out there, mate. I don't watch them.
Oh, I'm sure, especially with all the NK stuff you cover.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I rang her the other night. But anyway, I won't even go there. On alive.
Oh, Lufa, Yoda scares you?
It scares me.
He's harmless.
Yeah, Yoda's awesome. Yoda is awesome. But it's unfortunate to me. Like you look at it's been a few years, and look what's happened now. Like basically, the case is like what it's swept under the rug again. Nobody's really talking about it.
Yeah,
and there they are, two innocent people, in my opinion, two innocent people sitting there for something that they didn't commit. And Stephen Avery, I feel the worst for him because this is his second round for going in from this freaking. Oh God, if I was him, I would have ran so far away from that county. I would have ran away from the county and then sued their ass. I would have been as far away on the other side.
Left the state because he could have left the state because he wasn't out on parole. He wasn't out on bail or anything. He was out. He was free. He could have just left the state.
I would have too. I would have been like, sayonara. This freaking place is absolutely absurd. And I mean, can you imagine that, you being the person? What if it was you? What if you were in Stephen Avery's shoes? Like, can you like put that hat on for like a second and put his shoes and walk in his feet for a minute? Like, you think about that. Like, I definitely myself, knowing like how, if there's a corrupt system, it's not going to get no better when you're in a little tiny ass town. If they're that corrupt and that happened, I would be so far gone. I'd be like, nope. I'm out of here, man. Like, I am not going to put up with this shit again. Because you know that that you're on their radar. Like, you're already on their radar. They already convicted you once. Like, what's going to stop them from doing some other thing that they just did to it?
Well, that happened to the Central Park Five. It's very similar. You know, this is like poorer communities got railroaded, and the same thing happened here. Like, they were all kids. It was the same thing that happened to them, happened to Brendan Dassey. It's just absolutely like Brendan Dassey has gone to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And it was a 4-3. I think it was 4-3 or 3-2 was the account. Republican judges to Democratic judges. That was the decision, right? And there was an African American judge who gave this rousing speech to say there's no way Brendan Dassey should actually be, you know, he should never ever have been in prison in the absolute first place. So this is a Supreme Court justice, and her speech, you know, and then they were outvoted. It's just ludicrous. And the only way he can get out of prison now is firstly, if Stephen Avery gets off, which is likely, if it's goes to a circuit court that isn't really associated with
Manitowoc. That's the problem. Is you got to try to get it out of Manitowoc. Like,
they've got to get it out of there,
far away as from that hellhole as possible. And I hope if Manitowoc ever watches this, like, I got a big thing to say to you and your freaking county in that. That's what I have to say to you. Because that's crap that you freaking did that to Stephen Avery and to freaking Brendan Dassey. Like, you should be like absolutely ashamed of yourself. Like, if I was in that, for instance, if I was like a sheriff or if I was, you know, a police, I literally would walk away from that place. I'd be like, here's my badge, kiss my ass. You guys are the corruptest, most pieces of crap I've ever seen in my life, and freaking just haul off and be out of there. Because, like, can you imagine trying to be an outstanding, you know, actually upholding the law in a place like that where it's so freaking corrupt? Like, it's just
and the only way he can get off is a pardon. That's all he can get now. If Stephen Avery gets off, Brendan Dassey can get out.
damn it!
Brendan Dassey.
You know what we needed? We needed Kim Kardashian to go on behalf of
She's tried.
when Donald Trump
Yes,
when Donald
yes,
Trump
with
was around. She needed to go on Brendan Dassey's behalf and go get him pardoned instead of
Well,
some
we
of these
know,
other
well,
people.
she nearly got they nearly got old mate out, the tiger guy.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah,
They nearly got him out on a pardon.
Yeah.
I think that was just a gag. But he believed it. He had a limo there, makeup team, the whole bit. That was hilarious.
Yes, yes. You know, so it's just I'll let you speak. Prairie, Marcus, your turn, mate, because it's it's awful.
Yeah. The more you get into this, like the more pissed off it really gets you, because everywhere you turn, there's things that don't add up. Like finding the bones. Let's talk about the burn pit. Finding bones in the burn pit. Tiny little bones.
Yep.
Now, some say they're human. Some say they're animal. They were never fully tested. But in an open pit, it is impossible to burn bone to that point. Bone is not wood. Bone does not burn like that.
Yeah,
you need an incinerator. You need like a barrel, or like that's why when they cremate you, it's completely enclosed and everything.
Yep.
An open pit cannot get hot enough to destroy bone.
Correct.
Those bones were placed there. The bullet in the garage, they swept that garage out how many damn times, swabbed everything for DNA, and then all of a sudden that bullet's just sitting there under the compressor.
Magic.
The first of
wasn't
March,
lodged in a wall, wasn't behind anything. It was just right underneath the compressor. You could see it from the door.
4 months.
And who found it?
They found the bullet. Oh,
Yeah.
Lincoln.
And who found it?
The criminals. Lincoln. That other dude. You know, like seriously,
all that evidence that was found, the blood, the bullet, the key, it was all Link and Colburn. They are the only ones that found any evidence, as far as I know. They found everything, and they weren't supposed to even be there.
Nope.
And
Magic.
nobody kind of like, what the fuck? Like everyone just went along with this. It was so weird.
Yeah, and that's it's so crap. Like there should be something. There should have been something against that. Like when you're not.
Yeah, it was Tom
to be,
Fassbender. I think was the
We're
one
supposed
checking
to-
convictions.
not even be in there. You're not even supposed to be there. Like what holds you accountable? Like that's what is insane to me is that it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and like what kind of freaking seriously like demented freaking people do we have in the Supreme Court that you seriously can't look at this and be like, you guys, like this is wrong. Let's make this right. Isn't that your job to uphold the law? Like, especially when you're in the highest power that there is in Supreme Court, you're the highest you can get. Like,
it's worrying, and it's all political. That's where here
absolutely.
in Australia we don't understand. So we don't actually understand your justice system, how they can actually publicly come out and give their allegiances to what party they follow, because they're actually a chosen decision. They're a chosen position on the Supreme Court. You don't actually get elected, to be on the Supreme Court. So if you've got, it's just going to be impossible, and it's always odd numbers up there. So you're always going to have 3 Democrats, 2 Republicans, or you're going to have 2 Democrats and 3 Republicans. There's always going to be the odd number, and it's always there. But they've already told you their allegiances. So one Republican usually doesn't go against the other one. So they all stick together. The Democrats stick together, and whoever makes the decision, it's never 5-0. It's always 3-2 or 7-3 or 4-3 or 5-4. Is the decisions.
Yeah.
It's just we just don't understand that the way that how here in Australia, if you to vote, you don't tell anyone who you're voting for. It's not a conversation you actually have in the pub with anybody. It's just not. You don't say, I'll say who you're voting for tomorrow. But the whole country in America knows exactly what people in positions of power who they're aligned to because of donations and money.
And that's one thing that's is unfortunate about I think America is unfortunately that a lot of predominant people in very high positions and high power, um, it's involved with money and corruption. And you know what? It like I find it funny how look at how they disband the mob and all the things that they did. Like, and it's essentially the same thing but with a higher level with money and stuff like that. Like it's more hush hush. It's like we'll keep it hush and we'll try to keep it under wraps and things like that. But in my opinion, the corruptness is like it comes like from the top of the branches, and you got all these people in positions in power that are corrupt, and it's no different than what you would see in the mob. What did the mob do back in the day? Essentially the same thing. Paid people money, keep quiet, shut up, or made people disappear when they did what was against them. Well, it's the same thing, except for now it's like the people in those high positions. What do? They just go hire somebody to silence you, a hitman. Go silence you. Oh God, we could go on a tangent about this for freaking forever.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about the hitman, because the sheriff, what the hell's his name again? Peterson. He literally said that if we wanted to eliminate it, it would be easier than naming him. Mm-hmm. He said those words.
Yeah, and yeah. Isn't that brilliant? Brilliant words to be said by him.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God, if that isn't just the truth staring you right in the face, he literally said that. And no one questions it. It's like,
yeah, oh, okay.
Holy.
Yeah, like we don't see a problem with that that comment you just made. There's no problems with that,
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. And I like you guys were saying earlier on, how the whole family was perceived because they kind of all stuck together and lived out, on the land all together. So, like, I've known families like that growing up, and they are kind of looked at as odd. They're not really liked, even though like they're not bad people. They're just seen as outsiders because, well, they choose to be, right? Like they isolated. And yeah, there's no question that Stephen was an asshole of a kid. I mean, there's no getting around it. He was.
Yeah, it's true.
But certainly
right back.
not a murderer.
You guys know, if I for some reason disappear within the next few weeks, it was because of this conversation that I just had.
Yeah. All of a sudden, we're in prison for murdering someone in Manitoba County.
I hope you guys all stick up for me if I get freaking framed for something. It wouldn't matter though. Our corrupt justice system, unfortunately, has failed these two. Hey,
it really has.
Andy?
What's up, Andy?
Was good. What are we talking about?
Yo.
All the corruption.
Oh, we're talking about all kinds of things. We're talking about Brendan Dassey and Stephen Avery, the making a murder case. But we're all now we've kind of gone off a little track, and we're like, oh, the corruption, and now we're talking about government corruption and conspiracy and UFOs and the aliens are going to abduct us.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're going all over the place. Thanks, Gigi. You're awesome. Oh, yeah, I don't even know. Like, how the hell? I wish someone could come on and explain it, how they found these guys guilty, because it makes no sense. The story of how she was killed, there's no evidence supporting it.
It doesn't add up. Yeah, it was just about them taking the fall. That's it the whole time. I mean, there is no sidebar aside from that. Like, it's like pointed directly at that. We want them to take a fall for it. That's what's going to happen. Like, so.
Oh, I might be wrong about this too, but wasn't the current Sheriff Peterson, wasn't he the one who arrested Avery for the rape?
I don't know. I should look.
I am 90% sure of that, but I'm not 100. But I'm really sure that he was the one who arrested him for that rape way back when.
Let's see. I wonder if I can find it.
Chicken. Yeah, I know he was a cop then. I don't know if he's the arresting officer. So Chicken Lady wasn't there? Someone on the jury that was somehow related to the county? Probably.
Yes. There was.
There would have been. There would have been
someone
people
on the
that
jury
were
was related to somebody at the sheriff's office.
Yeah, and those people were paid off or threat for sure. Because no one with a half-functioning brain could find these guys guilty. There was no proof. The only evidence was Brendan's confession, which he never could get right. He could never say the same story twice.
Yeah.
Ever.
But how does Stephen Avery get charged with mutilating a body? Get off on mutilation of a corpse. But Brendan Dassey gets convicted of it, and his trial was after Stephen Avery's.
And only that too, like we could think of even common sense too. Like I know they're not the smartest, people in the world, but you can't tell me that Stephen Avery, after being in prison for 18 years, and then all of a sudden gets out, and he's like you could see he was so happy about his freedom and different things, and then all of a sudden, just like that, he goes and commits a crime just like that.
On the brink of getting $30 million or maybe $10 million or whatever.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if you know that your payday awaits you, like you're sitting there, you're like, oh, hell yeah, I'm absolutely going to cash in somehow, some way on this because you locked me up for 18 years wrongfully. Yeah, somebody's got to pay. Somebody's got to do something. But it sucks that he was in this little podunk place that freaking was corrupt as could be, and now look like why would he do that? Like, who in their right mind sitting on that? You're basically going to be. I can almost say he was almost guaranteed to be a millionaire after being in for 18 years. Wrongfully.
Absolutely.
He was.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you now.
What
is he going to be worth if he gets off this time?
Oh my god!
Seriously, oh my god! I mean,
but
there
first
will
thing
be
I'll
no
say
man
to
in
him,
Small County.
Sky's the limit.
When he get
that whole police department will have to get shut down.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
They're going to be in prison.
350,
Good.
400 million.
Good.
Why wouldn't you just go the whole hog with him? Like seriously, it's
so like if it happens and he's released, I'll tell you what though, I'll probably be one of those people that goes out. And I'll go out there. I'll fly out there to there when he gets released. I'll be like,
absolutely.
Steven, dude, run the hell away from this freaking podunk place, man, and go collect your money in another state, man. As far away.
Take your mum and dad, go and take them somewhere safe. Hopefully he gets out before they're...
Get in my car, man. I'll drive you across.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I will drive down there. I will pick him up and drive him right back here.
I'll pick you up and
I'll bring him to Canada.
Yeah.
What are they going to convict you up here? Throwing hockey pucks around, drinking too much maple syrup? Come on.
Yeah, that's
Be safe up here.
Well, take him to Denver. They're good at hiding people.
Oh, shoot.
Oil tanks.
Hide people in Denver. That's a good place to go.
Yeah, Denver's like we got something underwater up here. I don't want to know
There's
what's
something going on in Denver, mate.
There's something. Maybe it's because the Mile High City. Maybe because we're all lack of oxygen. Maybe just something.
There must be something that does something to Ben's minds, and
we all have a lack of oxygen. That explains why I go do my paranormal. I would think too. Most people run away from paranormal. And me, I'm running towards it. What? The scarier, the better. Oh, a demon in there? Yeah, send me there by myself with no.
Some of the best TV I saw was actually you. You there, when the cops came to you the other day. I was watching that. That was sensational.
That was perfect timing.
That was a good form of entertainment for everybody, wasn't it? Me sitting there with them, I was like, "Oh man!" He even gave me his card. I have the card here somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but it's, yeah. He was actually. I'm surprised because that officer was actually a very cool person. Like he could have just hung me out to dry, like because he's. I couldn't find my wallet. I could not find my wallet to save the life of me. So anytime I mention him, I'm like, man, my hat's off to you because he could have been an asshole of a cop and he was super cool. He was like, You have a YouTube channel? He's like, oh, hey, what's your YouTube channel name? He was super cool about it. I was like, awesome, man. I was like, I couldn't have got a cooler cop. But I always remain calm in those situations. Like a lot of people like freak out in those situations. I'm like, look, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm behind the house. I'm filming. I'm talking on the line with people. It's not like I'm jumping the fence trying to break in the freaking Watts house.
I would have been.
Yeah. Well, you're not breaking the law, so they can't really do much.
Exactly.
But if you're a dick, they'll find something.
Oh yeah, they'll find something. If I'm like, why are you guys harassing me? And it's funny to me, like how people always do that. They're always like, oh god, this cop like harassed me and they locked me up for this and that. And they say, well, were you an asshole? Like, were you over there?
I
Like,
love watching those videos.
Why are you messing?
Those watch those sovereign citizen videos.
Oh yes.
Am I being detained? Am I being detained? I do not consent. I do not consent. And they're just beating the fuck out of these idiots. I love it.
But it's like, seriously, like the people, it's like, okay, like you got to understand their job too. Yes, I can understand. Is there corrupt cops out there? Yes, there is. Absolutely. I've been a victim of corrupt cops before. I've been a victim of it too. It sucks. I get it. However, if you are in the right, like, just abide by what they freaking tell you to. Like, if they're asking you, even if they don't have probable cause for it, if you don't have nothing to hide, like, why not just abide by it? Can I see your license or registration? You know, for whatever reason. Yeah, absolutely. Here's the license. Here's the registration. I need you to put your hands 10 and 2 on the car. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, if that means you're not going to shoot me in my back, absolutely. I'll put my freaking hands wherever you want me to put them.
Yeah.
But you have so many people that want to contest it. Why? Because we've become this nation of freaking crybaby ass freaking Karens that freaking tattle on everybody, but then they want it the other way around too. It's like we want to tattle on each other and we want to do this and that, but when it comes to our rights and our privileges and stuff like that, we're going to talk shit to a cop. It's like you want your cake and to eat it too. I don't understand what you want. Like, and we have all this younger generation too, like so sassy and so mouthy, and like it's insane to me. It's like, why don't you just abide? Oh God, I could get on a whole tangent about that too. The whole that whole era with the Black Lives Matter and the
I was getting in the groove of that right there. I was going with the flow.
So it's just like it's like you see all these different things, and it's like it's unfortunate because like you see like that case too, like what started this whole riot. It's like, but the guy had some stuff on him that he shouldn't necessarily have been doing and stuff like that too. Like, you know, was the officer right? Absolutely not. Like, he should be convicted of the freaking highest thing. That makes me sick when you see somebody kneeling there on somebody's neck, no matter what race, no matter what ethnicity, no matter what. Like, I physically want to go freaking assault that officer myself. Like, I want to go punch him in the nutsack myself for being such a douchewad. Like, that makes me infuriated when you see people like that do that. And it does make me mad too that the other officers just kind of sat around just like ain't no big deal and just let it happen. That was
sickening.
Just let it happen.
And the fact that one cop said, no pulse.
Yeah.
And they stayed there.
Yeah, let's just stay here. Let's just stay here. But it's got to go both ways too. What I can understand in that whole situation when that happened was like we have African Americans and stuff destroying their own community and there's African Americans that are owning those stores, and you guys are robbing and looting and doing all these things to your own people and stuff like that, and you guys are trying to preach about, you know, like Black Lives Matter and things like everybody should like come together. Like, if you want to do that, like everybody should come together as one. But it's like it created this like separation. Like, once we did that, like it created this separation between, like, you know, different races and different nationalities, the different things. And it's just like that's what it caused. That's all it caused was division. It just caused division amongst us. And it was so sad to see, because it's like it set us back. Like, I felt like, do we have things that were not right about racism and stuff? Of course. I think there's always going to, unfortunately, be people that are ignorant to that and do stupid things. And it's unfortunate, but it's a part of life. You can't make ignorant people not be unignorant. I mean, if they were raised in a certain way too, a lot of this stuff comes from racism, comes from, you know, younger generations and stuff, like just passing it on.
And that's like the corruption within the police force. It starts at the top and works its way
Way
down,
down.
and filters and it never. The corruption doesn't start down here. It starts up there, and then it just filters all the way down. And eventually, and that's why I thought the whole time during obviously the Watts investigation, there was no corruption within the actual Frederick Police Department.
Sure,
they were actually. I thought they were really, really good.
Wouldn't it be something though if we could all just unite as people, realize we're human beings, like just unite as people, as human beings, and like stop seeing race, stop seeing the different things, and
absolutely,
and like just unify and be like, you know what, you're my neighbor, I'm trying to help you, man, or stuff like that. But like, we're such a messed up society of people.
We really are.
It sucks. It sucks.
I've got to duck off, so I'm very sorry, Prairie Boy.
No, it's all good, man.
I've got a job to do. I've got to go and sort out the stepdaughter with. So, anyway, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's always good to see you seeking the truth.
No worries at all, and I'll see you later. And I think it was Rabbit Dog who was on here with us.
Andy.
Yes,
Andy's
Rabbit Dog. It's a Rabbit Dog, mates.
Okay, Andrew. Young man, and dog TV. All right. I'll see you later, mate, and I'll see you in your chat, or you'll see me in mine. I'll probably go live later after I get all this shit sorted out. But everyone else, hooroo, and have yourselves a fantastic night wherever you are, or afternoon. See you
later, brother.
Later, bud.
Bye.
Oh man.
Yeah. So, Andy, what are your? Do you have any thoughts or anything on the whole Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey thing?
My thoughts are I have no idea anything about this case.
So you haven't seen Making Murderer on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
so you should watch it.
Go watch
it. It's a good watch, man.
Okay.
It will screw. You think Chris Watts, that case is messed up? Not even a drop in the bucket by comparison.
Well, I was here when you guys was talking about and the just everything. I was like, what kind of fucked up Lifetime movie is this that they're talking about? Like, it was just so weird. Not even
it's like a cartoon,
dude. Not even the worst script from what you guys were describing for a movie. Like, it's so
it's bad.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
I'm definitely watch it.
But I'm gonna tell you, Andy, bring you like some anxiety pills or something, man. Because when I was watching this, I was like, oh my god, I was so pissed off. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, because you're watching, you're thinking, there's no freaking way he's gonna get found guilty. No way. And then the second season, they have this new hotshot lawyer, and she's like just
I was like,
throwing
this is it.
everything. Oh yeah, she's just nailing everything.
Wow.
This guy did that wrong. This guy did that wrong. This was planted. That was fake. She had everything nailed. So you're thinking, oh, there's no way. And yeah, still.
Yeah, my blood pressure was boiling by the end of these two seasons. I was like, it was seriously disheartening. Like, after watching that, like, I kind of lost a little bit of faith in the judicial system. I was like, my God, like when we go all the way to the Supreme Court and they freaking fumble it, I feel like we just handled it. Handing the ball to a Super Bowl team, that's supposed to be, your Supreme Court is like a Super Bowl team. You're supposed to hand the ball to them, and it's just like it was almost like what happened when they could have just ran it in, and instead they tried to pass that touchdown. What team was that? God, what was that? Who was that? Was that the Patriots? Was that the Patriots who did that?
Probably.
I don't watch American football.
Oh my God, I can't remember who it was, but the analogy sticks the same. Like, basically, all you have to do is just run it in, man. Like, you know that it's corrupt, you know that it was wrong. Just to overturn it and let bygones be bygones. Like, okay, we screwed you. We're sorry. We're sorry that we screwed you. Like, let us at least make it correct. Let us at least make it right. Nope. They sat there and gave him the shaft too.
Shoot, man. The more reason to be worried about what Snowden talks about.
Good old Snowden. Yeah, I forgot.
I mean, think about it. If they know, they'll spy on you and they'll use whatever they can on you to turn you into. Oh, bro.
Oh man,
we're going deep. We're going deep now.
We are. You're starting to talk about Snowden too, because that's a whole thing in itself. Holy smokes, Snowden. I have mixed feelings about Snowden.
In what way?
Well, I feel like part of him is a little bit traitorous, and then I feel like the other part of him is
Well, yeah, I mean,
accurate and correct. Like, so I have a conflicted theory, or well, not theory. I have a conflicted feeling about Mr. Snowden.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I get freaking panic every time. Every time I hear him, whatever he's saying, I think, dude, I was talking to my 14-year-old daughter, and I was like telling her, I was like, yo, you seen this? You got to watch this documentary with Snowden. I even showed her the movie with what's this guy's name? The Jordan.
Oh, Joseph Gordon.
Joseph Gordon. Yeah, love it. Thank you. Yep. I showed her the movie. She started panicking. She started putting stickers all over her laptops and her phone. And nobody's watching me, Daddy. Good girl.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, those movies are always good.
I feel like I'm like probably one of the most exposed people. I have like cameras all over the place, so I'm like the worst about it. Like I got cameras in my house in like every corner and everything. Like, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, yep, they're probably watching everything that I do.
Yeah,
every move that I make. So I make sure to make it entertaining for them. I occasionally scratch my butt and sniff it, and like do all kinds of things.
Just do the CW digging on our nose for the camera.
Yeah, get all up in there like Chris.
Yeah, just knuckle deep, just getting them emeralds, boy.
Get up in there.
Yeah. Well, anything worth doing is worth doing right.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I probably should head out too, guys. I told Prairie I had to take off about an hour into it too. So, but holy smokes, guys! Like, if you haven't watched it, I don't know if there's anybody.
What's the name of it again?
Watched it. Making a Murderer.
Making a Murderer. Okay.
It's about Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey, and it frustrates the crap out of me. It's funny because like I came in here not thinking I was going to get all irritated tonight, like, but like talking about it again just got me all revved up, and I was like, now I'm gonna go bang my head against the wall. I'm so pissed off. Oh shoot!
Soul Sister, that's twice. Okay, you're done. Kate, that's enough.
Hey,
holy
sister,
crap!
Soul Sister. Yeah, Chris Watts is nasty though too. By the way, I'll just add that.
Just throw that out there.
I'll just throw that out there. It's a random.
Chris Watts a nasty motherfucker.
You nasty ass. You nasty ass. You nasty ass, Chris. You know what though? I'm hoping that this happens, but I'm not going to say anything. But somebody is trying to reach out to Chris Watts on my behalf, and I'm really hoping that he's going to agree to speak with me.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Can you guys imagine how freaking awesome that would be? Holy smokes.
I have his address, like to write him in prison.
Yeah, I have it.
And I've been sitting on it thinking, should I? And the more, honestly, the way this Watts case has been going, like there's still a few people doing stuff about the case, but it looks like 90% of it is all about, it's got to be about this YouTuber or that YouTuber. Like it's all about Lana and Jay and AD and God.
That's why I don't get involved in all the drama. That's why I always try to. That's why like I'm so thankful for like all the community of people like that are on my channel and stuff like that. Like I see a lot of people from my community too that are here too. So thanks guys. But like I'm so like thankful for them because it's like a community of like awesome people and there's like not much drama. Like I try to stay far away from the drama. Like even when someone's over there like mentioning my name and things, I'm just like I'm like I'm not even going to talk to you. Like what's the point? Like you're wasting my breath and I'm wasting my time. Like It's not even worth it. Not even worth addressing it.
Yeah. No, you've never had someone say on the internet, you know what? You've convinced me I was wrong. Never. That does not happen. So don't even argue with people. If they don't agree with you, that's fine.
Yeah.
But God, don't try and change their mind.
Oh, I know. And then you just entice them. They love it. Like if you try to come back at them, like the trolls and the haters, like they come over, like they love it. Oh, inside it gets them like all giddy and stuff. Like,
well, they love that shit. And
Oh,
that
yeah,
you
they
know,
absolutely
there are people probably watching this right now that gotta admit they do love that Lana drama. I mean, it is juicy.
Do you guys love the drama?
Type 1 in the chat if you like the Lana drama.
You guys do. You guys do like the drama.
I know some of you do. I know damn well some of you do, and it's fine.
I do.
You know, I don't care. it's not my cup of tea. I mean, I don't. Lana could disappear off YouTube, or she could blow up. I really don't care. Same with AD. Same with Jay for Just. Same with all of them. Like I just, meh, whatever. I'm doing my thing.
That's all you can do too. I mean, you got to be yourself at the end of the day. That's why, like,
yeah.
I'll get negative things on some other people's things, whatever. Sometimes, you know, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but there are some people that'll trickle in and be like, you know, the paranormal, or why are you going to the Chris Watts house, or this, or that. And it's just like, look, this is true crime. I do paranormal. I'm a paranormal true crime investigator. Like, have you ever watched a documentary? Have you ever watched a true crime thing? And obviously you're for some reason on this channel, so you were looking up true crime, which, why are you going to say don't go here or there? But it's okay to go one place or another. You can watch true crime things, but I can't go to the house and things. It's like, it's crazy. Wow.
Damn. Full Throttle Junkie. For those of you guys who don't know, I got to get this guy's channel up, but Full Throttle Junkie is a homeboy of mine from way back. Many, many moons ago, when I first got monetized and I was doing live streams, I was doing challenges. And the first big challenge was for $500 in donations, I would shave my beard. And it was longer than this then.
And he made you shave it.
He's one of the guys. And he said he's going to do it again too. But I gotta wait till June at least, because then that'll be 1 year of growing it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, dude, you're such an amazing human being. Like seriously,
yeah,
that's a lot of money, man.
You're a stud Full Throttle Junkie.
I'm getting his link in there.
I better get hopping off, guys. I got off on a tangent again. Oh my gosh, I better stop on my tangents today. I think I'm getting hangry. That's why I need to go eat food before I freaking start throwing things at people and stuff.
Get you a Snickers. Yeah.
Prairie Boy, thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's always awesome to be on with you and the boys. It's always cool to be on the channel, talk about different cases. So can't wait till we do it again. Andy, my brother, it's good to see you too. Glad to see you up here too.
Peace out, my dude.
And I'm happy that your channel's doing awesome, man. Like,
thank you.
Keep push, keep on keeping on, player.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
All right, guys, have a good evening, and everybody else, see you guys, see you gals, have a good evening.
Later, dude.
Later, bud. Thanks for coming on. Oh,
wow. That's so. I literally while when you guys told me, I started putting it on my Fire Stick right away. What is it? Making a murderer. Okay. Yeah, I never even heard about that.
It's kind of sucks, you know, the outcome, because that's gonna make it a little bit worse. Like when I first started watching,
that's gonna
people were saying you gotta watch this series. You gotta watch this series. I'm like, maybe. And it wasn't for a long time, and then I watched it, and I binged it.
Yeah.
Just episode after episode, I could not stop. And then at the end, I'm absolutely heartbroken.
They did it on purpose.
Bastards.
Damn, that sounds
dope. Greg? It is.
That was like when they made me the first time I watched. What was this? Oh, man, I can't believe I already forgot the name of this. The series on Walter White. What the fuck? What was it?
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. There you go. I can remember Walter White. One. Yeah, it took long for people to convince me, and then I actually freaking watched it. And I couldn't, dude. It was an everyday thing. Like, I was addicted.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I got it there because you guys was talking about it. Like, oh my god, it was like a freaking this awesome miniseries. Well, it is a miniseries, but not based on real life.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. It's one of those things like, and that's another reason why I'm doing this Watts documentary, because I don't understand the addiction to the Chris Watts case. I don't get it. Yeah, it's a horrible crime, but there are far more horrible crimes out there, and more controversial crimes too, like this one. Like, this is where they are obviously innocent, but yeah, everyone just wants to talk about. Yeah, this is the most obvious police corruption I can think of. Like, it's not even debatable. But
have you seen one that there was a journalist, I believe he was a journalist, and he started writing about the corruption in the police department, and then he started filming it, and he started calling like other police people, like other officers, and he was like, yeah, there's an officer standing outside my house and he's looking into my house with a binocular. I forgot what journalist it was, but then it turned out that it kept happening every night, or every week, and every week it kept getting worse and worse until, and I mean, when I say worse, there's 2 squad cars outside, then it was 3, and then there at the one point he was reporting it to somebody high in a high position, and then what happened afterwards was that the last thing he saw and he filmed was a van, and he saw them filming him or some shit, taking pictures of him, or with sorry, it was like a heat detector where they could detect where he's at in the house, and then after that he was gone. He disappeared or some shit. I forgot exactly, but it was some crazy crap. I don't know.
Yeah. An Island Girl, I get it. I'll put your thing up. I mean, there are a lot of unanswered questions, but I mean, like, other people being involved, it's possible, but there's literally no proof of it. Like, there's a lot of stuff that says, hey, it is possible, it's very possible, maybe even likely, but there's no proof. But when you look at the Watts case, there is literal proof that the police are corrupt. Like, it's there. It's right in your face. And yet they were still convicted. It's mind-blowing. And it went all the way up to the Supreme Court, the highest level, and he got denied. But he made it all the way up there. And you think, how many cases can you guys think of that actually an appeal made it all the way to the Supreme Court? I can't think of a single one. I think they see, what did they say, like 12 cases per year that they'll look at as the Supreme Court. Like, these people are like the laziest sacks ever. They do nothing. Imagine if that was your job, to handle 12 cases a year. And you're not even doing anything. You're just reading a few pages and making a ruling. 12 a year. I want that job.
That would be...
I could just make YouTube videos for you guys all day long.
From The Office.
Yep.
Here's my 4th for the year, guys.
Oh, Jay says it's only 8.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. I thought I could be wrong about that number, but I know it's not a lot. Like, they aren't. They don't see many cases at all. They reject the majority of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then.
But yeah, definitely going to be doing more videos about Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey, Christian Andriacchio too.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm no doubt. I'm not even bullshitting you. I have it ready to go. So when you're done here, I'm gonna put it on just to watch it.
Attaboy. Let's see. With Watts, it's a classic case of fool cheating, and he wants to be single and doesn't want to pay child support. These animals think murder instead of divorce. Yeah, I mean, that's the cut and dry version of it. You can get into a whole whack of conspiracies, and you got, in some cases, like 10 plus people involved in this planning. And I don't know, I personally don't buy any of that, but
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. Either way, it's a horrible crime. But honestly, I have to debunk the explosion theory. But other than that, it's all just same old, just recycling the same stuff. So I'll be doing other cases.
Yep.
I've seen all the videos and all the interviews and all that. I mean, I just can't keep watching them over and over again. And some of the shit that people are finding. I saw this one today. Someone messaged me on Facebook. If you're in the chat, I didn't respond, but okay, they're talking about Coonrad's body cam. He's walking up the stairs, and you can see into their bedroom. You can see the curtains. She said Chris Watts is standing behind the curtains.
What?
Yeah, and then a couple seconds later, no, he's out in the hallway right there with the cop. And then I go in the comments, I'm thinking, no way there are people this frickin' dumb.
Yeah.
And sure enough, the comment is filled. Oh my God, he was there. Oh my God. It's like, how do you, like, I don't understand how people can be that gullible. Like, you can pretty much say anything, slap it on a video, and there's going to be people that agree with it.
Have you seen the one with the body cam? And this is one video, and I got not that I got spooked, but it was like kind of weird. I saw it so weird. So they show the body cam of one officer, like they're talking, somebody's talking to Chris, I forget who it was, and then there's one officer like standing by the bathroom, and then it says, okay, look at the police officer, look inside the bathroom, and the lights are off, and he looks inside he looks inside the bathroom, and the lights are off, and he's standing like in a little hallway, and then says, look what happens when Chris passes by. Chris passed by, and the freaking bathroom light just turned on by itself. There was nobody in there. I was like, is this shit real? Like, what the freak is this? You gotta see.
What video was that?
It's basically just look at the body cam and the part that they're like upstairs, and then they even pull it in slow motion. I was like,
the first bit, like
when Chris is walking, I think upstairs with the.
But it's like during the welfare check part, like the very first one.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out because I don't remember seeing it. I remember like the ghost in the bedroom. You could see it. No, it was fucking NA's daughter. For God's sake, it was the same damn dress. How the hell did that one catch on? God, it makes it stuff like that. And I said that in my other videos. I'm like, the more I watch, the more I think that everyone's just like, I don't trust anybody.
That's
anybody
what I'm saying.
says anything about this case, I'm like, show me proof. Don't say, oh, it's in the discovery. No. Take a picture of that and send it to me. Otherwise, you aren't gonna change my mind. Because I've seen people say this is in the discovery, and I've heard people say the exact opposite, say that's in the discovery. I mean, people are just like making shit up.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't know if you guys saw AD's latest with that new shadow.
Oh, I saw it.
I did. I was watching the video, but I was on my phone. I could not see what the hell he was talking about.
I saw it. Does look like somebody was in the garage.
Could very well be.
And again, I don't know.
But a lot of that shit, and I've caught AD on this other times, is it's one frame.
Yeah.
You can see the shadow in one frame. Okay, a video is 30 frames a second. Superman ain't that fast.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just...
It'd be there for 10 frames minimum. If it's there for one frame, it is not real.
So I don't know if somebody tampered with that too. I mean...
Well, I mean, when you zoom way in on shit like that, especially at night, the pixels go stupid. Like you'll have pixels just change shade. That happens. Okay, so look, I had a question. So on the sand dune trip, there's 3 pairs of shoes. CW is wearing Nikes, blue and black. Whole girl had tennis shoes. Who does the creek sandals belong to? I have no idea. I would guess they both had sandals considering where they were, but I really don't know.
Emma Jane, yes. Breaking Bad.
Yep. That was an awesome show. It was one of my favorite. Yeah, Corey, that's exactly what I was talking about. Like, all you have to do is go back earlier in the video and you see the girl you see her red dress. But, yeah, people see, it's like people who see, they see Jesus in their freezer, right?
in the toast bread.
Yeah, or in the bread. Yeah. I mean, your mind plays tricks on you, but you gotta like stop and take a look and say, "Am I really seeing this? Like, did the Almighty Father really imprint His Son's face on my fucking bread?
Yeah,
just to give me a good day or whatever." But is what it is. For those of you who are still here, I know people are dropping off now because
I came on.
No, because a lot were here just to watch Mexi and.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah, and Dave too. So, but yeah, would you guys just go and check out that YouTube channel? You don't gotta subscribe, but watch a couple videos. It's not true crime, but he does do some pretty cool stuff.
Hold on, I gotta have that.
Capricorn Angel, read your message. Type it again, please, because I missed it. Are you talking Stephen Avery was sent to prison for 18 years, came out and murdered a girl, ? That's what he was convicted of. But yeah, he served, I think it was 17 or 18 years, wrongfully convicted of rape. Was acquitted of that. He was suing the Mantua Police Department, and he was going to win for like $30 million. And then he was framed for the murder of Teresa Halbach, and now him and Brendan Dassey are in prison for that.
Yeah, I subscribed.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. He's got a video on there where he what the hell is that? There's a certain car race. I can't remember what it's called, where they start on the sideline, they gotta run to their car and then drive off. Is it the Le Mans? I can't remember, but he does that. He does a video with that on he's got a motorcycle and he's got horses. So he does that racing a horse. The horse starts, he's got to run to his bike, start it, take off, and beat it. It is such an awesome video. Like if you guys want to just see something a little bit different, something and if you like horses, you'll love that guy. Plus, he's just awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking at you got really dope videos. Holy crap!
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's one of those guys that definitely deserves more subscribers than what he has. And it's not like the true crime niche. You can start a channel on Monday, you're monetized by Sunday. That doesn't work anywhere else in YouTube. Like I started my biker channel in, I think it was May of 2015.
Yeah.
And it took me 5 years to get monetized.
Yeah.
Because biking, motorcycles, that's a small niche, but yeah, I mean, people get spoiled in this true crime thing. It does not work like that normally.
Damn. You see how like when you scroll over a video and it shows like a good portion of the video?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing right now with Full Throttle's joint.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like dope videos after dope videos.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, he's got some really good stuff on there. Yeah, put that up there. I got crapped on last time for answering people's comments and questions without putting them up on the screen. So I'm trying to remember to do that. But yeah, checking convictions, I definitely I know the Watts case. I mean, most people won't say it, but I'll say it. The reason there's so many videos on it is people know that it gets views.
Right away.
I can do a Watts video and it gets 1,000 views guaranteed. I do a video about my dad having cancer. It got, what, 200? Think about that.
Yep.
And the most people I had in this chat, just because it's Avery and Dassey, was about 100. I'll have way more if I had put Watts in the title. It'd be double that. Because people just can't stop with that case. And I don't get why. Nothing is going to change. I mean, you got people who are trying to find or supposedly have found NK. And, all I can say to that is, okay, so what? So you know where she lives. What is that going to do for the case at all? It's not doing anything. He's in prison for the rest of his life, no matter what. He's never getting out, no matter what. And if he tries to point the finger at someone, it's way too late for any evidence to be brought up. I mean, there's just nothing's going to change, no matter what.
Leave NK alone.
Leave NK alone. Now, I'm not saying I'm not an NK advocate. I'm not saying she's innocent. She is a nasty, nasty person at the best end of things. I mean, she's cheating on with a married guy, all the lies and all the secrets. I mean, best case scenario, she's just a nasty person. Worst case, she was in on the murders. And it's very possible. I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's just, I don't know. Without proof, I don't want to jump on that train.
I'll jump on that train. It's okay.
Yeah. There's plenty of people who will jump on that train. And honestly, I would love to be that. I would love to jump on that train because I want my channel to grow and be successful because, well, I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, but maybe not everybody. I have MS and I'm a carpenter and it's getting harder and harder and harder to do my job. I want YouTube to be my retirement plan, and if it keeps going, it'll be okay. But I mean, if I have to stop working tomorrow, there's no way. So yeah, I do have to do Watts videos, which I don't want to do because the case has been long over. Everything's been talked about. There's nothing new. But you got to give the people what they want. I would much rather do things like this. Deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil. But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. He changes. Coming soon to a YouTube near you.
You cannot get tired of that.
I'm glad people aren't getting tired of it because I play it all the time.
Well, I bet you any money that when you first had the finished product, you were like, "Holy shit, I did a good job."
Yeah, it did turn out really. There were some other things I wanted to do, but it was getting like that. I spent like 8 hours on that. I was like, for a trailer, it's good enough.
Yeah, no, but it's really good. It's really good.
And time is running out. If you guys want to participate in that, I'm going to put my email in the chat right now. Just hit me up, and I will give you the details.
I got in your details too, and I'm just slacking. I keep on. Well, not really necessarily slacking because I'm busy outside of the YouTube world.
Yeah.
But every time I tend to forget, and I'll have like a little. I should put a little, at least 15 minutes a day, just to have something. You feel me?
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that documentary is going to be. I think it's going to be my my final farewell to the Chris Watts case.
Oh, that'll be a nice.
I think after that, there will be no more Watts videos on my channel unless something new happens, which I highly doubt it. But yeah, it's going to be time to move on to other things. I want to get more into like the technical side of making videos. Like show people how I'm going to show people how I made that documentary step by step.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make stuff like that.
That's what's
up.
I
mean, you don't need like an engineering degree and a whole bunch of years of experience. It's just got to learn at some point. Everybody starts at zero. Oh, thank you very much, Broken Dishes.
And it's easier nowadays to like. Once you start going over tutorials on YouTube on how to, you just gotta look at what you need at the moment. But yeah, that's dope. See, you're gonna be. You should also once you start doing that, you could do tech reviews as well.
You know what's funny is this security camera company reached out to me. They sent me this.
Nice.
Damn thing doesn't work.
Oh, that's a bad review.
Yeah, how am I supposed to review this if I can't use it? Eesh. So yeah, I hit them up. I haven't heard back yet, but yeah, I was really looking forward to that.
Be like, all right, guys, I just got this in the package. Just review it. I'm not gonna be. It's gonna be unbiased decision. It doesn't work.
I'll say it's a nice box. The camera looks great. Whether or not it takes good video, I have no idea. It will not pair to my Wi-Fi, no matter what I try.
Oh man!
Every time. Holy crap! That would be a hell of a drinking game. Every time I touch my beard, you got to drink. I think that would kill people.
That's what I'm saying.
I know I'm always playing with this motherfucker. I just can't stop myself.
Everybody always comes up with that drinking game. They use it on some, like for example, on my channel, they come and they say how many times I say fuck. Well, I let it all go, and it gets to a point that you think, well, you would die of alcohol poisoning if you just play that game.
Yeah. For sure. My phone is about to die. I'm going to be wrapping this up pretty soon. Does anyone want to come on and just shoot the shit for a bit?
Yeah. Come on.
I'll throw the link in the chat. It's no longer guys only tonight. But yeah, about that documentary and stuff. If any of you guys want like trailers for your channel or videos edited or anything like that, hit me up. I do that stuff. I haven't had too many customers yet. I've had a couple. Mama Kim loves the intro I did for her. Yeah, shit-faced in 10 minutes. No kidding. I can't stop. What's really bad is when I shave it, then I still do this. and then I'm grabbing nothing.
Oh,
It's so weird. Oh, medium mama, you will because you need help badly. Oh, well, yeah. Hit up my email and let me know what you need. Are there any guys even in chat? I'm sure there are. One or two. No question that the true crime world is majority is women for sure.
yep. Why do you think that is?
Oh, I'll tell you exactly why that is, but there are going to be some women who aren't going to like this answer. Okay, guys, we like action movies, right?
Okay.
We like blood and gore.
Mm-hmm.
We're like that's our allure to the true crime, for the most part.
Yeah.
Like we like the action side of the things. We like we're visual. We like to see it. Women, there's two reasons. Women like to delve into the psyche. So, I mean, obviously, the mind of a killer is an intriguing one. Mm-hmm. If you're into that kind of thing. And the other reason is, and I know a lot of women are going to jump up and say, no, women like the bad guys. And the worse they are, the more they're liked. And if you don't think I'm right, why is it that all these prisons have these J-date things? Women are writing these murderers left, right, and center. They're like rock stars. I don't get it. But I mean, if you look at the basic biology, it does make sense. Men are attracted to women who are curvy, have large boobs generally, because that means they will give them children. The wide hips for birthing, the big boobs for milking. It's all about family. Women, biologically, want a man who will protect them. They want someone who will keep them alive while they breed. That's basic biology. So who's most likely to keep you alive? Someone who's willing to kill other people.
So you think that's like not like something that they might, I don't know how to describe it. Something like
Bree, really? That is so dumb.
Subconsciously?
Really? Go and ask a psychologist about basic biology.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I mean, this is not something I made up. This is fact.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. So is that based on like something in their subconscious level, something of that nature?
It's
like they might not be aware of it, but it's just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not like they look at a killer and they're like they have a poster of him up on their wall or whatever. But I mean, there's a primal fascination, and it's just the way it is. Yeah, it's just in our genes. That's how we're programmed for survival. Men want to breed. No, Bree, I am 100% right. There's been books written about this. You can take classes and learn it. Just because you don't like it doesn't make it any more wrong.
You're gonna get into some Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. Oh, I've always wanted to say this. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah. Snap.
But it is what it is. It doesn't make... I'm not saying women are bad people or anything. It's just our biology.
Yeah. I am not... maybe not.
Yeah, I think I earned that thumbs down.
Man.
Yeah, I'm not trying to cause any riff or anything, but Yeah. It is what it is.
I never have been fascinated by crime. Well, that or the drama behind the crime.
Well, yeah, like I said, like all like the whole psychological aspect of everything, and oh yes, the drama. Yeah, all you gotta do is go to any high school on the planet, and you'll know women love their drama, even at a young age. Guys will just beat the shit out of each other, and then we'll be best friends the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girls, wow. You say the wrong thing about her shoes, she will wish for your demise for 20 years. Okay, I'm totally exaggerating, and now I'm about to piss a bunch of women off.
I'm hoping they know you're joking.
Yes, I am absolutely kidding. I don't think any of you are out there are that extreme, but you know, girls are more about drama and stuff than guys.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that wrote the book was a boob guy. Are there any guys out there who are anti-boob? I mean, I like them. I definitely have nothing against them. I don't know. I'm more of a butt guy myself, but yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Well, I think another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll be cutting this off. But if anyone wants to come on.
Last chance.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure after that, these few comments.
Yeah, if someone wants to come up and maybe give me shit, by all means. I'm pretty sure. What was her name? Bree? I don't think she's here anymore. Jessica Lynn. Oh, I'm doing it again. Actually, that's not entirely true. You see, this is where guys get sick, okay? A woman's butt has like a shape, right? It's very similar to a breast. We like bumps. I don't like... Bumps mean boobs mean milk. If you go right down to our basic biology. So yeah, if a woman has a curvy, like a narrow waist and wide hips, like a curve, guys are attracted to that. Generally. You know, not all, but yeah, that's why, like, I'm totally not on board with this whole girls putting butt implants in there and looking like they're like halfway exploding. That ain't my thing, but for each their own. Khaki GG24. He is a boob guy. Excellent. Well-meaning mother, my bio was leaving before until you started the biology lesson. You're probably one of the few people who stuck around because of that. I think a lot of people left because of that. It's the beard of reason. I'm always logical. Well, not always. I try to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes, every now and then, I will lose my shit. But it's rare. It's like a double rainbow, except horrible. Cher knows. Cher's seen me lose my shit.
All talked out. I'm usually talked out.
Mm-hmm. Last chance. Anybody wants to come on? Yeah, I noticed that, Island Girl. Actually, in the last couple minutes, it went up. So, all good.
So maybe that the logistics that you were spitting out actually brought in people.
Well, it would stand to reason that it would, because that's kind of what my channel has been about with the true crime. It's always been about logic and facts.
Yeah.
So it is in keeping with my my persona, I guess you could say. Oh, Khaki, we had many topics. Basically, most of it was about Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey. That's the whole Making a Murderer thing on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, it's just straight up police corruption. These two were railroaded, and they're in prison for the rest of their lives. And they're both, well, the young guy is definitely innocent. I think they both are.
Yeah, definitely got to watch that.
Oh, I so agree, Octavia. I mean, getting fat is like the easiest thing to do as a human being. All you got to do is eat. That's it. Just keep eating. You'll get that fat butt. But I guess they want it like right now. I want it now.
Okay. So I'm gonna be bouncing.
All right. Yeah, I'll be cutting this off pretty quick anyway.
But it's been fun, and guys, have a good night, guys. Prairie Boy means well. Don't attack him, please.
Attack if you want. I don't give a shit.
All right, have a good night, bro.
Later, dude. Thanks for coming by.
No problem. Anytime.
All right. Now it's just me by myself. Oh. So you guys got any Brendan Dassey questions or Stephen Avery or whatever? I want to make this about 2 hours, so we got a few minutes left to go. And if anyone wants to pop on the panel, I'll put the link in there one more time, just because I can't help myself. Yeah. After Hours with Prairie Boy 77. Khaki GG24. I think I just had a stroke. Khaki GG24. Why is that so hard to say? Guga24. Khaki Guga24. You want to say something? Speak your mind. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate every one of you for coming and being here, supporting the channel, just watching. And to the team members, I mean, I love you guys. Everybody giving donations. I mean, it really means the world to me. Like I had said, like the MS thing and being a carpenter, and it's getting harder and harder to keep doing that. I got a few years left, and then I won't be able to work anymore. So I need something. I need some kind of income. So yeah, all of you guys help me out like that. I mean, I can't even put into words just how much that means. You guys are awesome. Oh, Dave. Yeah, thanks, man. It was good having you on. I know Seeking the Truth with Dave, he was on here earlier. He this case is it's a big one to him too. So hopefully he will also do more videos on it. I know, like Watts it's the moneymaker. It's the hot topic right now, but other cases like these just get lost. And definitely got to bring them out into the light once in a while. Well, thank you very much, Checking Convictions. Yeah, you guys are awesome. And the way my YouTube channel was going before I met Cher and got into true crime, I mean, it was never going to be a possibility that I would really make any kind of substantial, like I wouldn't be able to make this even a part-time job or any kind of supplemental income. But yeah, with all this, and I like doing the true crime, you know, and I think if I integrate the true crime thing with, you know, like more polished editing, like doing the documentary and stuff, I think that's got a good shot at being a really good channel. Yeah, Ghost, yeah. Motorcycles, it is. As far as trying to grow on YouTube, there's a couple people who can do it, but most can't. Yeah, like it's sickening that they are still in there. Like Brendan especially. Like it makes no sense. Oh, Tammy Barnes becoming a member. Thank you very much, girl. Oh, just Clint. Yeah, that is that's one aspect to it, for sure. They definitely want to learn how not to be as vulnerable. You're absolutely correct. But most of these, like Chris Watts, there's no defending yourself against something like that. If a guy wants to kill you while you're sleeping, you got nothing. So yeah, you're right, but I'm not wrong either. There is an instinct, you know. You've heard this. We've been hearing this all our lives. That women like nice guys finish last. Women like the bad boys. It's just part of our natural instinct. All right, Emma, thanks for hanging. Hope you sleep good. Have a good weekend. And yeah, I'll be cutting this off pretty quick. Just make sure that... Yeah, Octavia, it makes no sense that he was convicted. It's heart-wrenching. He's just some poor kid, you know, just so easily susceptible, and yeah, just got completely screwed over by a corrupt system. Well, it's true though. I mean, she is correct. You know, I've had women write to me in the emails for the documentary saying they are now like a lot more mindful of people because Chris seemed like such a normal guy, and then he could do this. So yeah, there is a lot of that. So yeah, she's definitely correct. Like a lot of women watch this stuff so they can, you know, learn things to look for, ways to protect yourself and be less vulnerable. Absolutely. Prairie Boy, I'm extremely picky about which channels I choose to sub to. Your great voice makes you easy to listen to and watch also. Thank you for giving these cases another look. Great live. Oh, thanks so much, Julie. Yeah, the love, you guys. The love. I mean, I love how supportive and positive, and you know, even when we disagree about things, we can still have like a constructive conversation. I mean, I love that stuff. I've never been like that. You know, if someone is arguing with me and I feel that they're right and I know I'm wrong, I'm not gonna be like, well, you're an asshole. I don't do that. You know, I've been wrong, and I'll admit it when I am, for sure. Send a message on Messenger. I don't remember what email I said. Oh, okay. No problem, Medium Mama. I'll have to make sure I send you my email. Yeah, the only reason I really want everyone to send it to my email is because when I do the instructions for what I want people to make as far as video and audio clips. It's very, very detailed. Like the video, the clips, they have to look similar. You know, they have to be the same frame rate and all that stuff. Plus, I want, you know, people to shoot it in a certain way and do certain things. And the same with the audio. It has to sound a certain way, and it can't be way too loud. It can't be way too quiet. Can't be in like an echo chamber where it sounds like crap. So yeah, and if it's all in my email, I can just do like one mass email, send everybody the same thing. So then everyone could just take that information, decide what they want to do, and send it to me. It just makes it so much easier because I've got, I think, about 60 or 70 people that I'm going to be emailing to do this. Like, it's not just one or two. This is a huge undertaking for me. Like, this is going to take me forever to get through, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. And since we got talking about that, I'm going to play the trailer one more time, and then we're going to call it a night. Deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil. But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. He changes you. Ah. Okay, Octavia was asking for video editing. If you want to go with a free video editor, I'd say your best bet would be DaVinci. It's not the easiest to use, but it is a pretty powerful editing software and it's free. Paid versions, the absolute best paid versions you can get is Premiere Pro. But that's Adobe, and they don't let you just buy it. You have to pay, I think it's like $30 per month forever. But it is the industry standard. It is the best video editing software. I use Sony Vegas Pro. It's pretty good. It does pretty much everything all the other softwares do. It is missing a couple bells and whistles, but they're bells and whistles that I'll never use. So unless I'm getting into doing professional video editing work and stuff like that, yeah, definitely don't need to bother with Premiere Pro. Adobe Spark. I don't think I've used that, but I've heard of it. Yeah, Adobe After Effects. That's a really good one. That comes like if you buy the Premiere or rent the Premiere Pro, like they have the whole package. And that one works. Those two programs work hand in hand. After Effects is a really nice program. I've used it before. But is it worth $30 a month forever? I don't think so. Not even for how much editing I do, it's still not worth it. And if you're a Mac user, there's Final Cut Pro, which that's the one I would definitely recommend. Creative Cloud has a great deal. Yeah, they'll do deals every now and then, but I mean, even with the deal, you're still paying for eternity. Like you'll end up paying $20,000 for $500 software. Oh, I'm doing it again. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting to put the thing on the screen. How long are you expecting to release? Probably 2 months, I'm guessing. At the end of this week, I'm going to do the instructions in mass email, send that out to everybody, and then I'm going to be waiting on everybody to send me their stuff. And I'm guessing it's going to take everybody a good couple of weeks to get it in, get it back to me, and then I'm going to have to edit it all, which that's going to take a very, very long time. So 2 months at the minimum, I'd say. Like it's not a quick thing. It's not something that it's not like a cheesy thing that I'm slapping together. I want this to look like an actual documentary. So it's going to take some time, but it'll be worth it, I think. I hope. Spend all this time and money on something and for it to just flop. Yes. AJ, absolutely. Voice clips are good, but don't send anything. Just email me. There's my email right there. Because I need things to be very specific. And I'm going to send out questions and stuff, but checking convictions. This will be my last hurrah with the Watts case, unless something new comes about. That's going to be it. But okay, guys, it is time to end this. I've got to call the wife. But thank you all so much for coming by. I'll put gotta get this link in there one more time. Please go and check this channel out, guys. This guy is just an awesome human being. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. All my team members, you guys are awesome. Thank you. All the mods, thank you. I can't talk. Words are hard. And just everyone for coming out and just hanging with me for a bit and watching and listening. I mean, just that much support. I love it. You guys are awesome. So yeah, we will catch you guys on the next one. And until then, this is Prairie Boy 77 saying good day, good night, and God